How's it going, people? Today I'm going to be talking about protein products such as protein bars and drinks. And I'm going to be talking about when you should be eating them, if they're actually good for you or they're actually bad for you, and how they can, if you implement them into your diet, how they can help you with weight loss or weight gain or anything like that. Okay, so the first one I'm going to be comparing is the Snickers. Basically it's pretty much like the most popular one, so I thought why not. So the Snickers protein one is about 200 calories, this one here is 250 calories. This one's got about 26 grams of carbs in it, while this has only got about 18. 21 of them is actually sugars in the normal one. This one's only got 9 grams of sugar. This one's got 4 grams of protein. This one's got 18 grams of protein. So if you look at it in that way, this is actually obviously much more better, and you obviously choose this one, so the Snickers protein one, out of the normal Snickers, obviously, of course. So if you're comparing this to the the normal Snickers bar, obviously it looks pretty good in terms of like the carbohydrates and sugar in there, because it's only got 9 grams of sugar in there. But if you actually compare that to a normal meal, obviously it's not too great either in terms of like the sugar amounts. But like on that topic, Snickers, like kind of these like protein bars and products that these companies are coming out with. So another one here is the Weetabix on the go protein drink. So a lot of these companies, basically they're selling these products as like a meal replacement. The problem is, there's two problems with this as using it as a meal replacement. Number one is obviously they're quite a lot of the time they're packed with sugar. So this one has 21 grams of sugar, so it is actually quite a lot. That's nearly basically the same amount as this Snickers bar. So obviously it's actually got quite a lot of sugar in it, so that's the problem with these kind of products. Obviously you're replacing your meal with these products, but they're actually quite high in sugar. The second one obviously is that they don't fill you up as much as like a normal meal would. So say for example you're having chicken and rice or sweet potato and tuna, or like a pasta meal or something like that. Those will actually fill you up, these won't, so that's the problem with these kind of products. Obviously they're good for you and they've got protein in them, so obviously they've got less sugar than something like a Snickers bar, but then they won't fill you up. So using them as a meal replacement, not so good either. Another thing as well, if you probably look at the ingredients list on here, it's probably a lot of things that you've never heard of before. So that kind of questions of how good is it actually for you, if there's loads of things on here that you've never heard of on the ingredients list. So that's something to take into consideration as well. So the verdict on these kind of products is that if you're using them occasionally, to help you stick to your diet, then obviously they're worth it, because obviously it's better than eating like a normal Snickers bar or Mars bar, or cake, then obviously it's worth it. But if you're having them every day, then obviously it's probably not that healthy for you. So just to summarise, they're good occasionally, just as like a substitute as a meal sometimes. Say for example you're in a rush, or just to stop you snacking that one time, then they're quite useful. If you're having them every day, then obviously I would not recommend that. Probably not so healthy, and it's probably not so good for you to have them every day. So that's the verdict. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.